So what's it like talking to some of the other folks who are working at Amazon who maybe because they're younger or for some other reason don't have as much exposure to the kind of protections unions can offer?
Talking to them, a lot of them just don't understand. A lot
Mm,
of them don't know what the union about, and they confused. And when the company do have their anti-union taxes, they confused. They don't understand. So, it's up to us to try to convince them that the union can make a big difference.
So what kind of strategies do you use? I mean, are there particular anecdotes that you tell about the ways that unions have been helpful to you or your family in the past? Do you have a sense of what is effective at this point?
We tell them that when the union, when the union do come in, it could bring job security. They just can't fire you just cause. Better wages. We can negotiate better wages and respect, and they just can't fire you for anything. And I leave them with, if the union was so bad, why the
Mm,
company doing everything they can to keep it out? So
mm.
we try to do what we can. It's a lot of them we can convince, and a lot of them, made their mind up. So we feel like we're doing a pretty good job convincing majority.
From the outside, in a lot of ways, it seems like a no-brainer. What do you think is going on in the anti-union meetings? What kind of messages are coming from people who leave those meetings and are not convinced? What do you think are some of the biggest obstacles to people when they talk to you about why they don't want to join?
The conversations that they have talking to me about why they don't want to join the union,
Mm-hmm.
just simply been misled. And I believe a lot of them come out of there not being educated enough about a union. And sometimes when people don't understand something, they fear it
Mm-hmm.
simply because of the misunderstanding. And they come out saying that Amazon said y'all gonna take our money, that we're gonna lose our benefits. The union don't care nothing about the people, only about their money. Saying that they gonna close the facility down, and they say things of that sort.
Have you been able to access people to have the conversations to, re-educate them as it were, or talk to them? Because we've heard a lot of reporting about how the traffic light got changed so that there was not that opportunity to stop people in their cars and talk to them through the window. I mean, how are you managing to connect with folks at this point?
We have a list to where we can call people,
Mm-hmm.
we can text people. I also had been having union meetings 3 days out of the week to kind of just answer questions that they may have about the union gonna take their money, questions about do they have to pay union dues and stuff of this sort. And I just simply let them know what the truth is, because we have nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
The union is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I let them know that we work in a right to work state.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you if you want to pay union dues, regardless if the facility is unionized or not. So I just try to revamp them with some education, kind of get them confidence, and I believe by the president coming out, Joe Biden,
Mm-hmm.
saying that he's back in the union, kind of gave them a sense of confidence also.
Can you say a little bit more about that? What kind of things have people said?
If the person with the highest position in the world comes out saying that I support the union, then it makes them feel confidence and encouraged that they can organize, that they can have a union.
Mm.
And it's just like I tell people, the biggest secret in the world that people don't want you to know is that if we can come together collectively and get a seat at the table, we can ultimately determine our outcome, not the company, but we as the people, because it's no Amazon without the people. The people are Amazon. And once they realize and know that, then they know they can direct their outcome instead of letting billionaires dictate their outcome.
The national conversation very much focuses on Jeff Bezos as a billionaire, like, bad actor, singularly kind of evil, almost comic book evil figure. Is he so much the focus of people's irritation on the ground? Or I noticed you both mentioned being fired without cause several times in the course of this conversation. Is the conversation more focused on the discrete, the particular harms that people are focusing, or are people on the ground as angry at Jeff Bezos as the rest of us are?
I guess it could fall on Jeff Bezos, but the issue is about the mistreatment in the facility.
Yeah.
About it being so hot in the facility, about their schedules being changed in the middle of the night, about mandatory overtime without a moment's notice, you know what I mean? Things of that sort is what has the people so upset. We already know money is an issue. Amazon parades around talking about they $15 an hour like it's something to actually brag about, because we ultimately know $15 an hour is still struggling. Before taxes, we're talking about maybe 32 grand. After taxes, we're talking about 20 grand. What family can take care of their family with that amount of money?
Yeah.
And they wonder why the poverty level is so high, why people are homeless, because they're not gaining any money. And these people are working 2 to 3 jobs. There's no one at home to mentor the kids, to direct the kids, because these parents are working 2 jobs just to try to put clothes on their back and food in their belly. People are tired of waking up out of their sleep because the bills are waking them up. It's a nightmare to decide if I need to pay my light bill or my rent. It shouldn't have to go through that. And we know with Amazon specifically, money is not an issue because the richest man in the world owns them.
Well, I'm curious what you make of the national conversation around the $15 minimum wage right now, where a lot of folks, including some Democrats, are saying, well, I don't believe in a $15 federal minimum wage because it's too much money for certain parts of the country. Oh, maybe it's fine for New York, but it's maybe not fine for some place like Alabama.
That tickles me simply because billionaires are telling us that $15 is enough. Who told them that 1 billion was enough? 1 million was enough? I mean, how can a person who's maybe never worked in a facility like Amazon tell us that $15 an hour is enough? These are billionaires. They got plenty of money. They don't understand what we're talking about. They don't struggle with the issue of which bill they going to pay this week and which bill can wait till next week. They don't go through these issues. And it's crazy for them to continue to say that $15 an hour is too much money when they proclaim they want to try to stop poverty, crime rate. They want to stop all of these things, but they saying $15 is enough money. But we as the middle class Americans, which is myself, we know that's not true. We hanging on the middle class by a thread.
Yeah.
Gas prices going up. Food is going up. Everything is going up, but our finances, how can we make it? Are they setting us up for destruction? What is it?
I saw you nodding too as well, Daryl. Do you think it would make a difference in terms of people's, willingness to vote, to turn out, to participate if the Democratic Party did seem to be fighting harder for things like a $15 minimum wage, or was able to secure a $15 minimum wage before the next, election cycle?
Like Big Mike said, Brianna, and I'm on the inside. And what we do in there is stressful, it's tiring, exhausting.
Yeah.
No water when you need it. From the time you get there, you're running. It just, for what you do, Brad, it's not enough.
Yeah.
And employees do deserve better, more, a better pay rate. If if he was there, Jeff Bezos, if he was to work there, he'll feel absolutely the same way. Like Mike said, like Big Mike said, how can the richest man or somebody got way more money than anybody tell us what we deserve, what we deserve, what we need? Everybody, we living on the edge, and we're not getting paid what we deserve. When I say we working, everybody in that facility work 110%, give it they all. Who wanna go to work not knowing that you're gonna get fired, not knowing that you go to the bathroom and get fired, not knowing all you could do you not appreciate and not getting paid for what you do? It's rough.
Elon, I want to ask you about what Socialist Alternative has been doing since you guys have been down there, and a little bit about how people who aren't down there might be able to lend support.
Yeah, so we've been down here for about 2.5 weeks now, and it's been really exciting. We basically hit the ground running. The main thing we've been doing is helping to build community support for the drive, because the thing is that there's almost 6,000 workers in the warehouse. 1% of the Birmingham population works in the warehouse. 2% of the Bessemer population works in the warehouse. There's towns around here, 3-4% of the population of these towns work in the warehouse. Now, if everybody who works there knows, 10 to 15 family members, friends that they're close with, now you're talking 10, 15, 20, 30% of these towns that are close with somebody who works in the warehouse. And so we want to send the message that this is not just Amazon workers versus Amazon, but this is the working class of this area versus Amazon, that this is the whole community that needs to get involved in this fight. And that we all have a vested interest, whether, we're in Birmingham, Alabama, somewhere else in the country, or frankly, even the world, that if Amazon workers win this union, that we will all have a better situation, because it could give us confidence to fight for more, give Amazon workers confidence to fight for more. And it's already having an impact. A few weeks ago, Costco raised their starting wage to $16 an hour. That's a direct impact of what's happening at Amazon in Bessemer, because other companies are starting to be afraid that if they don't treat their workers better, that a union is going to form there. And so these are the things that we've been talking about in the community. We door knock and we table in park and door knock on people's houses every single day since we've been here. We have a community support petition that we get people to sign up on. We give them yard signs. There's yard signs all over the city and the surrounding cities. And we've been building for events. So this weekend, actually, there's going to be a big event. We just found out that Nina Turner will be coming.
Oh.
And so we're going to be doing door knocking. There's going to be a barbecue with Shama Sawant, who you know, Brianna. She's donated $3,000 from her Solidarity Fund to pay for free barbecue food for everybody coming. So that's the sort of stuff that we've been doing. And we want to send the message that this is not just, it's happening in Bessemer, but this is about all of us, and we all have a stake in helping to win this fight.
How does it feel, Michael and Daryl, to have all this outside attention? You mentioned Joe Biden's statement. I know that some other representatives have been down. Terry Sewell, I believe, offered support. Cori Bush, I believe, was down there. Does that have an impact in the same way as Joe Biden's statement on people's confidence in the union drive?
Yes, ma'am. We excited just to see everybody supporting us around the world. Danny Glover, and like you named all the rest of them. And matter of fact, with their support, it really changed the outcome of how people are gonna vote too, because they see all the support around. That really helped us out, and we really appreciate everybody when it comes to support. When it comes to the president, I'm overwhelmed. I'm glad he supported it and spoke out on our behalf. We're just excited.
Michael, compared to other union drives you might have been a part of, does going up against a behemoth like Amazon feel any different than other actions? I
mean, definitely. Amazon is is becoming, and I probably already have became, the biggest industry in the world right now. So, they come with different tactics and all of that type of stuff, because they're Amazon. They're the king of the jungle right now. And just like they were saying that if everybody don't soon enough take their position in this Amazon thing, that we all will be swallowed up by Amazon, because Amazon is getting so powerful that they will be dictating things that they maybe should not be dictating. So we as a people have to come together and find our place in this big open space so we can have our seat at the table and to know no matter what's going on that we will have a say in.